As you guys already know, there are a lot of people who are getting deported back to Jamaica, but I'm specifically speaking of the ones who were incarcerated here in America for crimes of a sexual nature and they're being sent back home to Jamaica. Now, I would like to put a lot of you women on guard, especially women with children. I decided to bring awareness because there is this guy who is 57 years old. His name is Courtney. He was recently deported back to Jamaica this past Thursday after serving 10 years in an American prison for a number of child rape charges. Victims range from 9 years old upwards to older women. Now, guys, this 57-year-old serial rapist is back in Jamaica, free to roam and just hang around any and anybody, with most people not knowing his history. So to my women back in Jamaica who might be gullible or just farsighted when it comes on to these deportees, don't be so quick to take them into your home, especially to you women who have young kids. A lot of these deportees who got charged for crimes of a sexual nature, if it's one thing I know about them, they like to downplay their crimes.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. This one is called The Top Shotters, the Gangsters, the Dons, the Murderers, the People Like to Touch Up Picnic. Criminal elements are back amongst the pack of Jamaicans that were deported 50-something the other day. Based on information that is out there, it is said that at least 5,100 and something are scheduled to be back at an appropriate time. You heard what the lady in the video said. One of those individuals is a man that is 57-year-old. A recent history, past history of touching up little pitney. A SERIAL touch-up man, destined for Jamaica here in the home ground. Now, people, while in America, there's a registry. That means if you have certain things by your name, been convicted, wherever you go, you have to register. The neighborhood have to know, say you're dead, so therefore they can safeguard their children from predators such as those. However, in Jamaica, it is different. Yeah, you hear the relevant authorities saying that once these criminal elements come back amongst the pack, they are going to be interviewed, they are going to be questioned, we are going to be keeping close tabs on them. You and I know that is the furthest thing from the truth. These people will be allowed to be roaming all over Jamaica, no sort of registry, in the company of women that are vulnerable, gullible, around women that are vulnerable and gullible, that have children that are hypnotized by the charm and charisma of these criminal elements. We know that Jamaican people are frightened for accent, they are frightened for color, they are frightened for foreigners. So therefore, when these people come and them at twang, especially if them are some sort of scammer chopper in America, get hold for whatever reason, when them come back, these people are going to think that them strike gold, meaning these vulnerable, gullible women. So therefore, they are going to take them in their homes, not thinking about the safety and security of their own children, thinking about them pums or COCKY, that they think that they can make loyal because they brought them in their home, because them are some craft deportee come back to Jamaica with nothing, none at all, other than them too long and them cocky and them tongue. We've seen Jamaican women, a lot of women all over the place, put men in front of their children. So even these pedis that are coming back to Jamaica, if them own picnic tell them, say, you know, say, little uncle Peddy or stepfather Peddy touch me up, them are going to run out the picnic out of the house to keep the man. So people may just say. But that is not even as bad as it gets. It gets bad or worse on the home front based on all the criminal elements that are also coming in. I am going to give you a name of these criminal elements that are scheduled here already or on their way. So therefore, you can be forewarned, meaning the JCF, the residents and citizens of Jamaica. So the first person that is on the list is the picture that you see on the screen, no name given. It is said that he is a member of the Denhamtown-based Golden Heights gang. He was wanted for a murder in 2023. He absconded bail, take for himself, reach America 2023. We are presently in a 2025. Within 2 short years, he was arrested, charged, convicted, and sent back home from whence he came. The next person on the list, Christopher Tingle. He is from Arnett Garden. Based on the information, it is said that he is a nephew of noted criminal element from back in the 1970s, 1980s, a man known as Starsky and Hutch, if you know that movie. He is said to be a top-tier member of the Ratbat gang, so therefore we can expect that the Ratbat gang is going to be shuffled up. We can expect all hell to break loose, especially when we take into consideration that this man was arrested back in 2018 in the United States for a multiple shooting in which at least one person lost their life back in 2018. The next person on the list is known as Ricardo Terrell, Rick Dick on the streets. It is said that Rick Dick is a top-tier member Don of the Gaza gang. He is scheduled back in Jamaica already, back in Jamaica. So therefore, we can expect all hell to break loose as it pertains to that person from Craigtown. That is exactly where he is from. The next person that is on the list of despicable, unwanted menace to society is the son of the notorious Zeke from Matches Lane. Don't know his history, criminal history. However, I know that a chip does not fall too far from the block. So therefore, saw the papa more than likely, saw the son, the fact that he was deported from America after being involved in all sorts of criminal activity. And last but not least on the notorious despicable list is a man known as Rushane Makino Douglas, Rush in the streets. This man was featured on Wanted Wednesday several times. He was wanted for murder, amongst other gun crimes. However, him find himself screech across the border, end up in a place named Moundsville that is in West Virginia. It seems as if he was in a relationship with a young lady, and like all criminal elements are, they are very abusive, aggressive in nature. It seems as if him and that young lady was in some sorts of verbal altercation turned physical, and him cuff her up a couple of times, too much or too many. She decided she was going to take it or put it in the hands of the law. She called the police. The police took him in. The police then called ICE, which is Customs Immigration Enforcement. And of course, there is a coordinated effort. It was realized through Interpol that this man was wanted for the takeaway in Jamaica and couple of gun crimes. And people, the protocol whenever there's any sorts of synchronized effort, the police and ICE. He went through a deportation order and he was scheduled back to Jamaica from whence he came, especially the fact that he came through the border illegally. So when we add this individual with the other individual criminal elements, dons, gangsters, gang members, with these people like touch up people picnic, touch up old lady, we know that there's going to be chaos and catastrophe in Jamaica. Now, people, truth be told, most of these persons that are coming back to Jamaica in the batch of 50 or whomever, whichever, the 5,000 plus, the facts are that most of these persons are going to be persons that probably overstayed their time, went through the border, the paperwork did not go through as planned. So therefore, they are coming back based on the fact that they violated the immigration laws in America. They were probably over there working very hard. Most of these people did not sell a gram of cocoa, did not sell an ounce of weed, did not sell a nickel or dime back. They were actually there working very, very hard, caught in a circumstance. A lot of times, people even try to get the paperwork. They're married to people. People don't realize that it is a business move. They want PUMS. Start to be in some sorts of ABUSIVE relationship. Did not get the paperwork because they did not want to submit. They were not submissive. Knew that they pay for it, or sometimes they cannot even pay, so therefore they think that person are going to just accept because of their personality. Sometimes people want PUMS to run, and sometimes persons are not willing or will not, and rightfully, justifiably so. They are not going to sell out their dignity for any sorts of paper. So people are caught in circumstances like that. People just get caught sometimes because there is some sorts of raid. However, people, like the saying goes, one bad apple can spoil the whole damn bunch. And when it comes to these criminal elements, especially the persons that are touching up picnic, especially gang murderers, especially persons that are scamming, persons that are chopping, persons that are known to be affiliated with gangs in Jamaica, in America. When they come back to Jamaica, all hell is going to break loose. So therefore, these, meaning the couple of few that I named out amongst others that are unknown, they're going to be the replacement dons, the replacement shutters, the replacement choppers, because these people definitely, after living that luxurious lifestyle in which most of them were living in America, are not going to come back and be gainfully employed, do any sorts of minimum wage, minimum job for minimum wage. Sorry. They are definitely going to take it to the street. However, the streets in Jamaica is not like the streets in America that are lined with gold. That is the opinion of many criminal elements. So therefore, they are going to be desperate. They are going to be launching attack on financial institution, the Brinks and the Beryllium, places like those. So therefore, we can expect all hell to break loose based on the desperate circumstances of these people that are not able to adjust themselves in society. So therefore, these criminals that left as criminals, went to America as criminals, they are coming back to Jamaica, schooled or learned criminals. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.